Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to go beyond the label, beyond that amazing aroma, to really unpack the complex world behind your favorite cup of organic green tea.
So many of us grab organic tea because it just feels better, purer, healthier. But what does it actually take to get that one leaf from a field, maybe thousands of miles away, all the way into your cup? Well, the story is way more fascinating and a lot more challenging than you probably think.
So first, let's just look at why organic green tea has become so incredibly popular. And this isn't just some passing trend, It's a massive shift, and it's being driven by a whole new way of thinking about what we consume.
This boom is really fueled by two big things coming together: our own health and the health of the planet. We're all more aware of the health benefits, right? The antioxidants, the help with weight management, all that good stuff. But at the same time, there's this growing hunger for products that are actually kind to the earth, that help build healthy soil and protect biodiversity without a ton of synthetic chemicals.
But here's the thing, meeting all this new demand, it's not as simple as just planting some new tea bushes. This green revolution that we're asking for is creating huge hurdles for the actual people on the ground growing the tea.
Okay, so let's get into it. To really get what's in your cup, you have to understand the incredible balancing act farmers have to perform when they decide to make that leap and go organic. This chart just lays out the tough choices so clearly. Switching from conventional farming, with its synthetic pesticides and fertilizers, is a massive undertaking. For starters, your yield, the amount of tea you can sell, often drops when you're transitioning. That's a huge financial hit. And organic farming is way more hands-on. It takes more skilled labor for things like natural pest control, which means farmers have to learn a completely new set of skills.
This quote really nails it. It's all about balancing those challenges and opportunities. Sure, you might get a better price for your tea down the road, but first, you have to survive the transition. That means navigating three major hurdles that can honestly make or break a farm. And what's so interesting here is how all these problems are tangled together. An environmental issue like weird weather from climate change directly hits your crop yields. That immediately becomes an economic problem. Then you've got the super high cost of getting certified, which is another economic barrier, and that's on top of a social issue like finding enough skilled workers. It's a constant juggle. And that certification, it's the backbone of this whole industry. It's the guarantee. It's what builds trust between you and the farmer. But for those farmers, getting that little seal of approval is a huge deal. We're talking fees, annual inspections, and the cost of totally overhauling their entire way of farming. It's a significant burden.
So, with all these massive hurdles, what's the industry doing? Well, they're innovating. And this is the really cool part. It's not about going back to the old ways, it's about creating a totally new, sustainable future.
What's happening is that farmers are creating this powerful hybrid model. They're blending centuries-old knowledge, like using compost to create incredibly rich soil, with some seriously cutting-edge tech. They're using drones to monitor crop health with pinpoint precision. And it's all supported by scientific research to develop tougher tea plants and smarter water systems, like rainwater harvesting.
You can see this commitment in where the investment is going. A lot of resources are flowing into agricultural tech, water conservation, and R&D. This isn't just about surviving. It's a real promise to make organic tea cultivation profitable and genuinely sustainable for the long haul.
And this is so important. The innovation isn't just about technology, it's also about people. This is where programs like Fair Trade come in. They help ensure that the people at the very heart of this process are getting better wages, working in safe conditions, and that a fair share of the profits is going right back to help their communities develop.
So this all brings us to the final and maybe the most important piece of the puzzle, the incredible power that you have in this story, every single day.
Every single time you choose to buy certified organic tea, you are casting a vote. It's a powerful message. It supports those farmers going through that tough transition. It encourages more investment in sustainable farming, and it champions fair treatment for workers. You are directly shaping the future of tea. So to make that vote count, just look for the labels on the box, things like organic and fair trade. They aren't just buzzwords. They're your guarantee that that tea meets really strict environmental and social standards. They tell you the whole story.
Hopefully, this gives you a whole new appreciation for the incredible amount of tradition, innovation, and sheer human effort that goes into every single leaf. The story in your cup is one of resilience, of challenge, and ultimately of hope for a more sustainable world.